All are gathered here today and perform one of the great meritorious acts to invoke the blessings and transfer the merits to our Chandananda Hamguru's beloved father who passed away 3 months ago in Sri Lanka. So as a monk, also this is a very great occasion for all of us, because when that situation happened, it was an emergency situation even for monks. For us also, didn't have time to share our thought with him. So this is a great opportunity for all of us to gather like this. And he has more devotees in Los Angeles area, personally I know. And if they all came to this place, I think this place is not enough. So somehow it is a great privilege for all of us to gather like this and do this meritorious act to transfer the merits to his beloved father. So now our friendship with Chandananda Hamguru is more than 13 years. All this time, when we have some conversations, he always mentioned about his father. And when it comes to parents, they have many wishes, thinking and looking at their own children. So one of the hopes that they always hold deeper in their hearts, they always wish our best. So, and Chandananda Hamguru also now mentioned about his father. And now you have more responsibilities. Why? Because I think when it comes to parents, especially fathers, so when they have any kind of dream or the goal or the desire, sometimes when they can't achieve to that, they always push their children to gain it. So like that, his father opened this path for him to walk and experience this spiritual journey. Maybe sometimes he had a dream to be like this, but somehow it didn't happen. But that's why he always looking at Chandananda Hamguru, and he always appreciate him, encouraging him, and that's a kind of like a great gift for us also as children. So now Chandananda Hamguru have more responsibility, because now you know about your father. So when it comes to children, always remember everyone. We take care of our parents, we appreciate them, we pay our gratitude, but out of that, always end of the day, you have to be better than your parents. That is one of the way to pay back to them. If you are not going to fulfill your journey and achieve to better than them, then just imagine this whole civilizations, what will happen? It go backward. But from the beginning to today, all these human civilizations become better. Why? Because the next generation always reach to a better place. So then yourself, you have responsibility to think about it. And at the same time, I work with these high school children. Sometimes I have to talk to them. When I talk to them, most of the time, they hate their parents. They don't like them. They're waiting to go out of the house. In Los Angeles, the city council, that we work with these homeless people. And one of the major problem that we have, these young children in their mind, they already prepare to be homeless. So we ask, why you want to be like this? Because they have deeper anger about their parents. Why? Because when the parents say something good for children, and when they try to make them better, they think it as a punishment. When the parents say be disciplined, they think being disciplined is a kind of like a self-punishment. So they have deeper anger, and it is very difficult to take it out. So, and at the same time, in the evening after 3 o'clock, sometimes we have to talk with parents. So when we talk with parents, what I have seen through this all 10 years, we suffer with terrorism, drug dealers, and we suffer with these natural disasters, we suffer with these human errors, we suffer with this ignorance, we suffer with the politicians. So out of this all, most of time, end of the day, the most of the parents suffer because of their own children. It's very hard, and it's very painful, because whatever happen outside world, we can get back to our path, we can let go. But just imagine every day when you live with your parents and children as a family together, and if the unbalance happen every day, that if the pain happen every day, where are it going to end? So that's why Chandananda Hamduro can be happy through his life. So far in this journey, he able to give some peace, satisfaction to his parents while they are living. That was a great gift. It is more strong than this all the material things. That satisfaction that we went through. So, and at the same time as children, remember yourself. It doesn't matter whatever happened, but end of the day, try to give some peace, satisfaction to your own parents. Deliver it as a gift. It's going to become a great blessing for you. Sometimes it's not easy, but you can do it. So when it comes to this our spiritual life, whatever we do, the very purpose of this all, becoming more better people and gaining blessings to all of us. So when it comes to life, especially when it comes to death, Buddha mentioned about 6 things about the death. So the one is, in a conventional world, no one knows that when we are going to die. No one can tell it. Another one is, no one can tell how you are going to die. And no one can tell why you die. And no one can tell after you die where are you going to bury or cremate or what, or that the last ritual, where it going to happen. Another one is, no one can tell after you die where you going to born again. And the 6th one is, if you are a little bit wise and you can know you're going to die. So, then before you die, what you can do? So, that is where all the spiritual things come to us. Because spirituality is not something to believe. Because believing, whatever we believe, is not going to help for us for a certain level. That you have to bring that you are believing to next level. So, spirituality help you to practice and transform yourself to a different person. So that transformation, if you can bring while you are living, that is the very result you gain out of this whole practice. So then when you prepare this dana, everybody was so hard, most of you came very far away, and I heard some people the whole night, preparing this dana things, and all these venerable monks sacrifice a lot. So you gave your best. And dana was so nice, perfect, it was so good, and we really enjoy it, and you can be happy from that part. So now it is our time to give something best for you. So on behalf of all the venerable monks, I am going to do it. So what I am going to tell you today, remember, keep this in your mind. It's going to help for you until you attain to the Nibbana. It's guaranteed. If you can little bit grab this, remind this every day, and hold it a little bit and let it be with you, rather than grasping, clinging, holding too hardly. Because that is one of the wrong thing now people do when it comes to Dhamma. Because more than practice, now people addicted to collect Dhamma. And because all the social medias and all the information technology, people are now collecting informations. Grasping, holding too tight. When you're holding too tight to Dharma, it's going to go away from you. Remember that. It's a simple logic. It's like this. Just imagine if somebody pour the water into my palm, it's going to be there. So my palm is like your mind. The water is like the Dhamma. So you can hold it and you can let it be there. But just imagine in case if you try to hold it too tight, what will happen to that water? It's going to go away. So same thing when it comes to listen to Dhamma, always remember, learn the Dhamma. There is an art to learn the Dhamma. How you can learn the Dhamma? This is the way. Just try to catch it. Try to understand anger without getting angry. You can do it. Try to understand the joy without mesmerizing your mind, doing crazy things. Try to understand the satisfaction without holding it or grasping it loosely. How you can do that? That is why you have to master your practice. When you are mastering your practice, you can do it. Chandalan know how to cook very well. No? And sometimes when I come here, and even when he was in Los Angeles, sometimes he suddenly comes, wherever he go, he cook. No? And what I have seen sometimes, when everything ready, without tasting it, he know it is ready. That is a skill. When you master, without eating, you know it is ready to eat. And some mothers, when they cook, sometimes without tasting, that you can know how the salt and pepper and everything is there, right? Same thing, without getting angry, you can know what is anger. Try to practice it a little bit. So today I am going to tell you certain things to put a certain kind of foundation to your spiritual practice. Why? Because we all are practicing something. But the thing is this, when you build something on the weak foundation or the sand, it's not going to be there so long. And when the situations happen, it may collapse very easily. So then you have your foundation should be laid down in a very good solid ground. So I am going to put that ground for you. So for that, in our teachings, there are 4 things always you have to remember. It called for spiritual basis. So whatever your spiritual life should develop on these 4 bases. It's like the foundation. Look at this compound, this house, this Dhamma Sala, this temple, built like this, and you can change this all the walls, and you can change this all the material things and remodel this all. But you cannot touch the foundation. But at the same time, no one going to see the foundation. No one going to appreciate the foundation. But before this everything come here, the foundation alone itself lay down here. So this everything going to change when the foundation is changed. And at the same time, when you look at the trees, maybe fruits you appreciate, the flowers you appreciate, the trees you appreciate, but the roots are the very key point. So same like, it is invisible. So same like when it comes to our this physical moment, look at this, everybody can see your physical body. You can make your hair, you can put your makeup, you can do your nails, you can put a nice garment on it. But each and every cell in your body depend on the air, breathing. But no one can see it, right? No one can even, most of the time people don't think about it. So spirituality is more deeper than this all material things. So then your spiritual practice should hold into certain foundation. Without that, if you try to practice, what will happen? You're going to be ended finding disappointment, unhappiness. So this 4 spiritual bases, Chanda, Chitta, Virya, Vimansa. Why this is very important? In this conventional world, we all have the greed, hatred, delusion, anger, jealousy, ignorance. So this all most of time arise with the comparison. Without comparison, most of time it is not going to happen. So when we compare, it always going to compare to a person to person. If a flower is better than another flower, it is not a big deal for us. We appreciate it. But when a person becomes better than another person, sometimes it's going to become a big problem for us. Especially when like these people gather, it all going to ignite. No? And we can see that. So, this comparison arises with the person, the personality. So the person we hold as me, I am. And because then what happened, there is another person. So then just imagine why this 4 spiritual bases very necessary for us. Just imagine when it comes to 2 people, there are 2 people, same age, same gender, same place, same skill. and go to the school and learn from the same teacher, but when they're going to do the same work, the outcome going to be always different. The outcome not going to be the same. So why then that difference happen? Maybe just imagine all of you get the same opportunity, but how the outcome going to become different? Maybe by the time in the future you may have the opportunity to listen to the Buddha one day, all of you, like you gathered here today. But that doesn't mean all of you going to get the same result. It's going to be different. You may go to, even in the conventional level, you may go to many different places, same people, everybody together, but the outcome that you get, the effect out of the situation, it's always going to become different. So that is where this four spiritual basis is very important. That is where it plays the role. So that is where you have to master it and understand it. Don't look for the outside opportunity. Don't try to change the outside world. Don't try to fight with people. Don't try to argue with the situation. Don't try to fix the people. Don't try to personalize the situation. Go deeper inside you and try to work with this four spiritual basis. You will see within 7 days you can get the result. So first one is the Chanda. Chanda is when you do anything, it's always your desire, effect for that physical, mental work. So if there is no desire to do something, don't do it. When you don't have enough interest to do something, and if you are still do it, it's kind of like a partial action, you're always going to get the partial result. Sometimes when you interfere with the situation, maybe deeper you didn't like it in the first level, but end of the day, you are waiting the outcome to be better for you. It's not going to happen. Why? Because remember from the beginning when you interfere with the situation, you didn't like it. So then it is not fair. End of the day, you are waiting the 100% the outcome going to be good for you. It's not going to happen. So that is where you always have to look into yourself and see when the situation comes, when you are interfering with situation, always look into yourself. In Dharma, I call it introspection. Rather than looking outside, look into yourself and see what is the condition of your desire. Do you like this? If you don't like, don't do it. How long? 30 seconds enough. 30 seconds enough. If you don't like, don't send that text. If you don't like, don't make that call. If you don't like, don't write that email. If you don't like, don't have that conversation. Just hold 30 seconds. It's going to change. Just imagine you don't like it, but still you send that text and then you have no power to change the outcome. So then, sometimes we are the one who mess up the situation without knowing that we are responsible for that. So then always remember Chanda. So whatever you do, before you do that, have a good intention to do it. And have a good desire to do it. Have a good morale to do it. So that way you can change the outcome. Don't struggle, don't look into the outside condition, circumstances, so the situation. Look into yourself, look into yourself. So you can look into something, and even in your personal life, if you don't like something, if you are struggling, you are unhappy, sad, worried, disappointed, always look yourself. From the beginning, you knew yourself you don't like it. But still, you didn't stop it, you keep doing it. And now you are the one who's suffering. So then when it comes to any situation, if there is no interest, don't interfere with it. It doesn't matter with your husband, wife, children, friends and family members. And start to have a conversation. Say you don't like it. If you don't like it, try to explain yourself. Just imagine you don't like it, but you don't say it because you think other people get hurt, and you hold it, and you are boiling inside, and it start to grow. By the time it become like a nuclear bomb, and it destroy everybody around you. I have seen sometimes when people go out, some people blow out, in the middle of the other people, get mad, angry, disappointed. It not happened suddenly. It was there, growing. Why? Because you didn't have better conversation. So you are responsible to take care of yourself. So then the first principle is learn to have a better communication. So it is in you. Even you don't know. This each and every cell in your body, remember, it has a more better communication with your lungs, heart, liver, kidney, brain, guts and everything. It's there already. Only thing is yourself little bit learn to master it. So when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, if you look at the Buddha and his all the sutras, what it has? It doesn't have teachings. It has all the conversations. So then when it comes to your husband, wife, children, parents, brothers, sisters, learn to have a better conversation. So we are living in this information era with this science and technology, with this artificial intelligence. This is the time in this human civilizations, the communication is so clear, sharp. And we are so fortunate to have this best communication system. But unfortunately, we are not able to get the right result out of it. And now, more than any other time, people are becoming kind of like dumb, and they are so into this science and technology and machines and gadgetics, and they are so comfortable with the screen rather than people. They cannot have a better conversation with people. But remember, end of the day, your happiness, your satisfaction, even in this conventional level, your success always going to be out of your conversation with the people, not with the machines. So then, develop it as a skill. Why? Because by the time in the future, it's going to become very expensive. So, as children, remember yourself, develop it as a skill, communication skill. And as parents, remember, it doesn't matter, you give the money, your wealth and your time, everything for your children. But if you don't give the skills to communicate themselves, it doesn't matter wherever they go, their life not going to become successful. So then, develop yourself and start to have a better communication yourself. From where it start? It start inside your mind. You are the one who always talking to yourself. It's 24/7. Non-stop. Keep talking to yourself. So then listen to yourself and see what are you talking about. And if you cannot understand, shut it down. Don't keep talking to yourself. And give a break. Giving a break is one of the key points to become a better person. That's why sometimes people spend so much money to stay in silence. They go to retreat and spending so much money, so much time. Why? Just to be silent. So then yourself, when you become silence yourself, you are become more better communicator to yourself and to others. So the first quality, remember, chanda. They have the right desire yourself to do things. If it is not, don't do it. Nothing going to happen. Stop and don't afraid to say no to things. Especially don't afraid to say no to people. You always no need to say yes and you no need to please always. Don't try to do things to make other people happy. It's not going to work. You know why? Because no one going to be happy in this world. So it's not going to work. So then be honest to yourself and have a better communication. And if you don't like something and say I don't like this is the reason for that, and work from that place. Negotiate is okay, but in the very first level you have to start from you. And the next one is the chitta. Chitta means the mind. The very condition of the mind is very necessary to work in this world as human beings. When it comes to the Buddha's teaching, and the major important part we develop is our mind. So most of people think the mind is to think. Mind is not for thinking. Because to think, you need words or the colors or the pictures. From where you get that? You get it always from your memory. So if you think about a new situation, what you need the help from your memory. And then what will happen if the memory come and interfere with the new situation, with your perception, what will happen? Your memory going to overtake the new moment. So the very duty of the mind is not thinking. Remember that. Then what is that? Recognizing. Knowing. That is what called in Dhamma Pajanati. Knowing is the very key point to become a better person. Not thinking. So don't worry, don't try to think. Try to know what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, what you feel. Just know it. From that point, once you develop the part of knowing, that is where your thinking ability going to become more better. That is where you can know something more than what you know. So that is why there you going to gain the new experience to yourself. So the condition of the mind. So when it comes to mind, mastering the mind, there are a few ways. One is purification of the mind. There are a lot of junks that you have to let go from your mind. You carry a lot of things, unnecessary baggage as memory, not necessary for tomorrow. You know that whatever you hold today, physical world, material world, mental world, whatever you hold is this everything. Inside you, outside you. Valid only for 5 years. After 5 years, it's not valid. Even the knowledge that whatever we study from best universities in the world, it's valid only for 5 years. So then remember, sometimes when a situation happen in a family, and we pull, all the files, maybe 20 years back memory. Remember that day you told me this? Remember you did that? Oh, remember you told this? Very, very old file you bring it and try to justify with the present moment. Don't do it. It's not going to work. So that is where your newness is very important for you. So when it comes to mind, there is a way that you can experience something very clear, sharp, very brand new. So the mind is not something to hold as memory. Mind is to experience. When the experience becomes sharp and clear, that is where the memory going to produce. But now what is happening? Rather than experiencing, we try to memorize. So that is where we fail. So that's why when it comes to Dhamma, even practice, always remember, Chitta. Always brush up your mind, purify your mind. And at the same time, cultivate your mind. There are a lot of good skills that you can bring it to your inner mind. You can change yourself. You can become completely new person. So you can do it. So then always remember, whatever in your mind, you don't need that all for tomorrow. So there are few things that you can select whatever important or good for you and then hold it to that. And always remember, look around and get some good qualities to yourself and move forward. And the third quality that you have to remember, virya, the effort. Look at the human civilizations, that all these generations to generations, people became better because of their effort. But more than any other time, what is happening to us? We becoming lazy. And our Venerable Chandananda Hamduru mentioned that this manual, so they are used to be so strong and they came empty hand to this country and start to work so hard and earn this everything and facilitate now for all of you. It was not easy journey. It is so hard. But today what is happening? The most of people now, they know only how just to press buttons. That's it. If the button doesn't work, they go crazy. They think that is the end of the life. Believe or not, there are people, if the Wi-Fi is not there, they are ready to kill themselves. That is what the life they believe now. They are becoming so lazy. Look at your own body, the life that you have, each and every cell every day. They work so hard. Your lungs, heart, liver, kidneys, head to toes, each and every cell. It works so hard, you have no idea about it. So, that doesn't mean you born to work. No. At the same time, remember, laziness is not your place to settle down. That is what you have to understand. So don't be lazy. Have the effort yourself. Nothing going to come to you itself in this world, especially in the future. You have to work so hard. So America especially, if you are in an Asian country being lazy, every day sleep morning to night, it's okay for you. Then if you are willing to be like that, it is better you pack your things and go back and you can settle down with your grandparents or whatever they have. But if you live in America, America is only for strong people. Strong people will survive here. If you are weak, you cannot survive here. Always you have to work for somebody else. You have to go behind somebody else. So then, to become a strong person, you have to work hard. There are all the opportunities here to work hard, to become better. There's nothing wrong with that. That is why America is the best country in the world. That is why everybody say that this is the most strongest nation. That is why everybody reward. The American president is the most powerful person in the world. Why? Because America is only for strong people. To be strong, you have to work. So then if you Find your path of life. Look ahead 5 years. If you do whatever today, remember within 5 years how you going to get the result. Nothing wrong you look at the phone or you spend the time on YouTube or computer, it's okay. It is your choice. Nothing wrong about it. But what you watch today, within 5 years, is it going to profitable for your life? Is it an investment for your life within another 5 years? If it is not, don't do it, please. Why? Because within another 5 years, where your life going to be? Maybe this anybody not going to be around you within another 5 years. Within another 10 years, 20 years, no one going to be around you. Maybe you are completely in a different society with different people. These all young people, you have to go and work. So you have to work with some other people. And we have no idea how our life going to be. But whatever the skills we develop today, within another 5 years, it's going to become a foundation for your life. So then always look into you and work for that. If you talk to a person today, look into yourself and see within another 5 years how this person going to be part of your life. In which way that person going to contribute to you. Maybe that person can take you to jail, or maybe that person can take you to a more better place in your life. That's how it works. Because we work with the prison, and we work with the LAPD, and we talk. When we go to the people, we always talk with the people and ask how you end up here. 99.999 everybody is saying because of a friend. Not because of a mystery, not because of just the human error they did by themselves. No, they say how it starts with the friend. So that's why remember, whoever you meet today, whoever around you, as friends, look into yourself and say where you are heading, how this person going to contribute to yourself. So that way you are capable to change it. So that is where you become responsible for your life. So you have ability to change yourself. Bring the effort to you. Don't be lazy. Work yourself. Spend time for you. So that is where you gain a good result. You are the one who is going to be happy one day. And Mimamsa, how you can do this? Look around. Don't think you know everything. Don't think that whatever that you know is going to be the best for you. Look around. Have an open mind. There are many other ways that you can know things. There are many other ways that you can learn things. There are many ways that you can become a more better person. If you want to become a strong person, if you want to become a successful person, it is just not only one way journey. You have to have many skills. That is the new version of the life. Remember, you have to just need to know many things. If you know only one thing in life, it is very hard for you to deal in the future. So that is why learn many things. And when it comes to spiritual life also, there are many ways that you can practice it. It is just not only one way. And even when it comes to the Satipatthana, Buddha mentioned, Ekayano Ayamaggo Satipatthana. Even when you go to the inside the Satipatthana, what happened? There are 4 ways. Contemplate on the body, contemplate on the pain, contemplate on the mind, contemplate on the Dhamma. See, this is not the one way. So like that, when it comes to a situation, always remember, don't drop yourself or don't get disappointed yourself. Don't be limited to yourself. or don't be limited to whatever in your head. There are many other ways, and there are many ways you can become better. There are many ways that you can transform yourself. I hope these 4 qualities will resonate with you, and it will provide the satisfaction to yourself, and it will going to give the security for yourself until you attain to the supreme bliss of the Nibbana. So remember and practice yourself, master these qualities again and again, again and again. It doesn't matter tomorrow we will meet or not, even in this samsaric journey. If you are able to walk alone yourself, these 4 qualities going to become there with you, like the shadow never going to leave your body. So with that, I bless upon each and everyone. May all the success and happiness be upon you. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana.